I'm Kyle Meinke, Michigan football beat reporter for Annenberg.com, and I'm here today to preview Michigan's Week 6 game against Northwestern. Now, this game marks the halfway point of the season for the Wolverines, and they're 5-0 on the year, and they're 1-0 in the Big Ten. They're coming off that 58-0 drubbing of Minnesota, and they're ranked 12th in the country. No one could have expected a better start to the Brady Hoke era at Michigan. And yet there remains one very defining question to this team, and that's how they respond to playing on the road. They've started the season with 5 consecutive home games for the first time since 1976, and that's really been a blessing for Brady Hoke and for his staff and for Michigan, because it's given them a chance to get adjusted to the new schemes on offense and defense, and the new staff getting adjusted to its players, and the players getting adjusted to its new staff. And doing all of this while playing within the confines of Michigan Stadium. They haven't played in a hostile environment yet. Well, they'll do that this week at Northwestern when they travel to Ryan Field in Evanston, Illinois. And it's not a real intimidating place to play, Ryan Field. It doesn't have a large capacity, doesn't have a real rabid fan base. And Michigan has a very large following in the Chicagoland area. So this shouldn't be a very intimidating venue as compared to other places such as Happy Valley or the Shoe or places like that. But at the same time, Michigan hasn't been tested yet away from Michigan Stadium. So you have to really wonder how this team is going to respond playing away from Ann Arbor, and how it will respond to being the visiting team and that kind of thing. And Northwestern also does have Dan Persa back this week. He's expected to play. He's expected to be healthy. Coach Pat Fitzgerald said this week that Persa is 100%. I'm not sure if I quite believe that. He's been very equivocative with Persa's injury and not exactly forthcoming with the extent of that injury. But I would expect Persa to start. I expect him to play 4 quarters unless he gets hurt in the game. And that is a real boon to Northwestern's chances in this game. They're a different team with Persa at quarterback, and that's something Michigan's going to have to contend with. He's a dual-threat quarterback. Michigan hasn't always been very successful against dual-threat quarterbacks, so that'll be a new test for that revamped Michigan defense. But more than anything, really the one thing to take away from this game is how Michigan does playing on the road for the first time this year, because that's something that they're going to have to do 4 out of the 5 next weeks. And although Ryan Field may not be that intimidating, Spartan Stadium is, and Michigan travels to Michigan State in East Lansing next week, and this game will provide a nice segue from that 5-game home stretch to begin the season to the real difficult game next week at Spartan Stadium. For Annenberg.com, I'm Kyle Meinke.